Hi everyone, welcome to the Knitting Turnpike. Welcome to the Knitting Turnpike. My name is Gina Pike. I am so happy that you're here today. Today I'm going to be talking to you about another year-long mystery knit-along project that I'm working on. Yep, you guessed it. This is the Japanese sampler scarf project. I've already been sharing this project with you guys since January of this year. Every month I get a new clue and I knit it up and I share it with you guys in the hopes that you guys will maybe pick up the project and knit it along with me. I will say this about this project. I have never knitted Japanese lace before and I am totally in love with it. It has been it's been teaching me a lot of interesting things about knitting. It's a different way to orient your stitches, to make certain designs pop. There are many ways to knit the same stitch. So I'm going to be doing a few tutorials here and there, and I hope that you guys will enjoy watching them from some of the things I've learned here in this project already, even though we're only to May. So let me get you started on this and show you guys what I'm talking about. This is my project so far. This is through May. I've shown you guys all of this. I try to mark it off each month. Now the last two, from here to here, these last two things, these last three, that's where May is, because the first one is the first chart, second one is the next chart right here. It's where May started, and I'll turn it around and you can see it a little bit better, but this is all the rest of it, and you can see that there's so many beautiful stitches. I'll come up close so you guys can see it. This yarn is Menace del Uruguay Fino yarn in the colorway filigree. It's beautiful gold and yellow. And let me show you these stitches. You guys have seen all this, so I'm not going to stop and talk about each month's stitch patterns, because you guys have all seen this, and I have other videos where you guys can go look at this closer. What I am going to talk about is May's stitches. So right here is where we get into May. These last two little markers are May. Let me turn it this way. And in this clue, there's a lot of interesting little new stitches that we have. We have a lot of these wrap stitches coming into play. You can see the wrap going around it. You basically have to take 7 stitches off of your needle, put them on a cable needle or a DPN, and then you just hold those stitches in the center, wrap it twice counterclockwise, put them back on your needle, and then you have to come along and you have to do certain types of stitches with them. Some you had to knit all 7, some you had to knit 1, purl 2, knit 1, purl 2, purl through the back loop. You had to do all kinds of variations of these stitches to create this design. Now these are bobble stitches, and I did a 5-stitch bobble. I have a video on how to do a bobble, I think. Or a noop, and I'll put it up in the up below, or up above, sorry. And this is the rest of the design. It has this beautiful center section of lace. And as you can see, there's more wrap stitches up in here, creating this design, more bobbles along this edge, bobble here, bobble there, and bobbles on this center section here, like bobble, 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 bobble. And this pattern, the one thing she likes to do is she likes to base, this pattern is by Tony L. Lorenz. I'll put all that information on where you can find it on Ravelry down in the comments below. It is a paid pattern, but again, it's not very much for what you get a whole year worth of projects or knitting. Some of these are based on this book the Japanese Knitting Stitch Bible, book number 260. Some of them are based on book number 250, which is another Japanese knitting stitch Bible book. For this month, the pattern was based on 250. I only have a digital copy of that book, but I will put the pattern here. It's book 250, pattern number 97. Is what this month is based on. And as you can see, when I open this back, you can see the pattern. And now you can see the center section, all these beautiful wrap stitches here, 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 this beautiful center lace section and above, and then all these beautiful cables and bobbles right here and here on the other side. This inner line are all based on this book 250/097, and it is just stunning. I love this design. I just think it's beautiful. Now this outer cable and over here have been the same throughout the whole scarf. As you can see, they haven't been changing. And that design is based on book 260, pattern number 195. I'll put a picture here, and then I'll hold it back up so you guys can see the inspiration, and see if you guys can see how she drew from that pattern to create this pattern. Again, let me go from top to bottom on this way so you guys can see this scarf. If you guys would love to knit this scarf with me, I would love for you to jump in and knit this scarf with me. I still think you could catch up with me, because each clue really only takes about a good day's worth of knitting. Now, the one thing about this pattern, it is a charted pattern. It looks like this. I'm not going to show you the pattern, but it looks like that. It's only charted. There is no text. There are a lot, I mean a lot of stitches. There's like 2 pages of stitch definitions. Some people find that a little intimidating. That's a page of stitch definitions. That's the other page. I find that you just take it stitch by stitch. If you come to a little part where there's a stitch that you need to look up, you just look it up and you do what it says, and then you move on. You just try not to rush it, and then you don't find yourself undoing it. And I've found, since I've started knitting with charts, that my knitting has gotten a little bit faster and a lot better. I'm finding myself able to catch my mistakes, either like right after I make them or almost before I make them. So I've been having less undoing episodes, as if you like to call them that. And I think that it helps you read your knitting a lot better. So there is value in learning how to knit with charts. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying knitting this sampler scarf. I would love for you guys to knit this with me. Again, Japanese sampler scarf, Tony L. Lorenz. This is January through May, and it's going to be continuing on through December. Now, some people in Ravelry doubled this, like they made this double wide so they could have like a wider scarf, almost like a stole. I wish I would have done that, because this is so beautiful, but maybe next year I'll think about doing that. I didn't think about doing that, but that's something you certainly could buy the pattern and do as well. So, just some ideas. Thank you guys for letting me share this project with you. If you have any comments, questions, please don't hesitate to put them down below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are new here, you're not a subscriber, and you like talking about knitting and crochet, we would love to have you here. I do share some of my projects, but I also love to hear what you guys are making in the What Are You Knitting series. That's where I like to ask you guys to talk about what you guys are making. So I love hearing that. If you like that kind of information, please join our family. We would love to have you here with us. For all of you who are my family members, thank you for being here. I appreciate you guys so much. I hope every one of you have a wonderful day. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you all very, very, very soon. Take care.